Hello and welcome to the ACL2IRONMAN episode number 13 series. In this episode today, I'm going to be explaining to you my Isokinetic leg strength system. What this does is it monitors and it tests my quad strength as well as my hamstring strength. So it'll give me a good indication to see how I'm currently at 6 months post ACL reconstruction. So without further ado, I will catch you in the next clip.
Okay. Yeah, no issues at all, and that was back at university. To be honest, it was just a blur. I can't remember much of the rehab itself, but yeah, I was out for the full year, sideways, and yeah, all of a sudden I just felt a sharp pain. What alarmed me was that I was cycling afterwards, trying to cycle on the stationary bike, and yeah, basically I just couldn't do any rotations.
So, what we'll do, we'll get you set up on here first.
So this is Excellence Physiotherapy based in Leicester, actually. Well, on the outskirts of Leicester. Very nice drive, actually, just after the A1. They've got all sorts of these pieces of kit. And the leg press, which everyone has probably been dying to use these last few weeks and months.
So we do your good legs first.
Okay.
Okay. And basically we're going to do 4 sets at a speed that all the science and stuff has dictated. There's loads of studies and it shows that it's the best one to test your ACL basically.
Yep.
And what we get you to do is we get you to do a maximum leg extension.
Yes.
And then hamstring curl coming back.
Okay.
Basically, what we're looking for is maximum force. So you do 4 sets,
okay.
5 reps,
yes.
with a 20-second rest in between.
Okay. 4 sets, 5 reps.
The first one, don't worry, because you'll be getting used to it.
Okay.
Then we'll show you the graph afterwards and we'll explain it all.
Yeah.
What will happen is your arms go across your chest.
Okay.
So that you can't hold on and grip on. Arms across your chest and you're just going out as hard as you can and then back in as fast as you can.
Okay.
Okay, we then switch and we do the other side and then we compare the two and we show the graph and we show you what's going on.
Okay.
Alright?
Amazing, yeah.
Okay, so to start off with, can you just take your leg out nice and straight for me? That's it. So as far as it'll go.
As far as it'll go, there.
Perfect, and then bring it back in.
Bring it back
bring it in as far as you can go.
There.
Yeah, it feels fine.
So we've got one more set and we'll switch it over and we'll
Wow, this is tough, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Go on, straight.
Yeah, nice. A lot
a lot harder than I expected actually. And my legs, they feel like they've just had a big workout, to be honest. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the results will be.
The first set you did, don't worry too much about,
Okay.
because that was you getting used to the machine.
Okay.
So we can see it's not a normal curve.
Yeah.
Compared to the others. So that was you still getting used to the machine. So then when we look at your first proper set, we can see here that actually your affected side, so your right side, is slightly less on the knee extension. So that's your quad activation.
Okay.
But when you come in with your hamstrings,
Yeah.
it's actually stronger by 2.4%.
Wow.
So your hamstrings are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, you'd like a slightly bigger curve and it'd be a little bit more curved like that. Okay, so we're looking for what's called a bell curve. We can see with your quadriceps, you have quite a huge peak. So the pink one is your affected side.
Yeah.
The blue one is your left-hand side.
Okay.
We can see here that obviously it's not quite as big a curve and then it drops off. Even with your blue side, you have a huge peak and then it drops off quite steeply. In an ideal world, it'd be like this and it would come down quite smoothly. So you have a slightly better curve.
Yeah.
So this shows that you have good power, but actual muscular endurance could probably do a little bit of work.
Okay.
So it might be that you change your training program slightly to not power output, but you look at increasing the number of repetitions at a slightly lower weight.
Okay.
So can you hold your sets and reps slightly
For
higher?
a long duration. Yeah.
And we kind of see that all the way through, really. So we see quite high peak and then it drops off quite quickly. But the pink line is always slightly lower.
Okay.
Hamstrings stay pretty consistent all the way through. So you can actually see they're fine.
Yeah.
And actually your deficit stays about the same. And your scores, so your score on your left-hand side was 175 on your fourth set. On your third set, it was actually a little bit lower. So you started getting into it as you did it more.
Progressed. Yeah.
Same here, so 117. By the time you did your fourth set, you're at 140. So you're actually getting into it, but it was the same both sides.
Okay.
So your deficit was almost the same. So
Right.
you're not too far off.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
a couple more months of strength training.
Okay.
And you would be under 10%,
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah.
The only thing I would suggest, based on these curves and what you're looking at, is work less on your power and more on the muscular endurance to get a slightly better curve.
Yeah.
And if you could strengthen your hamstrings on both sides, you'd probably be quite beneficial.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah. To be honest, it's not what I was expecting. To be honest, I thought my quads were, feeling really strong. But like you said, it's more the endurance side of things. And to be honest, it sort of does make sense. I have been doing, very high weights when I have been training, and yeah, typically not for as many reps. So maybe it's something to think about when we are looking at the training program sort of moving forward.
Especially going into your IronMAN training, you need that muscular longevity and that muscular endurance as opposed to the power.